has finally snapped. Enough is enough. He has told friends he will strip Meghan Markle of the HRH title.
Zoom in here and it says, with the compliments of Her Royal Highness, the Duchess of Sussex. That is a title that was stripped from her when she and Harry made their whole racism debacle and left the UK, left their royal duties, and moved to the US to bug all of us.
It seems like that lady is a temptress. She's a siren. She's lured him into the rocks.
According to a source, here's the quote: Prince William plans to flex his muscles and wipe his wayward brother Prince Harry and his power-hungry wife Meghan from the history books, it says.
Enough for Bill Simmons over at the Ringer podcast, which was acquired by Spotify, to call Harry and Meghan, quote, a fucking grifter on his latest podcast. Here's what he had to say.
I wish I had been involved in the Meghan and Harry leave Spotify negotiation. The grifters.
Prince William is reportedly formulating a plan to finally strip Prince Harry and Meghan Markle of their HRH titles.
The only thing HRH stands for in association with Meghan Markle is her ruthless homewreckerness, I guess.
This woman looks to me like a malignant narcissist. This woman has zero self-awareness.
Beast has reported that King Charles is turning a blind eye, but King William won't.
There are government employees that are still waiting for paychecks, back paychecks months ago.
Yeah.
You know, what are the odds that they're going to get paid quickly for this Harry and Meghan visit?
Wanting to exploit their royal titles, I think it stinks. And I think what King Charles should do, he should just strip them of the titles. Let them go off and be, you know, celebrities. That's fine. But don't do it in the name of our royal family.
Oh my God, that hat. Oh God, he's so hot. Look at him. Isn't Prince Harry? She bagged a fox.
But this has been Meghan Markle's MO from the beginning. She wants all of the privileges that go along with an identity, but she doesn't want any of the responsibility. She doesn't want to do any of the work. She wants the tiara. She doesn't want the public service.
Nobody talks like that and nobody acts like that, because that's weird behavior that we're seeing from both of these people if we're supposed to be thinking under the impression that they're being authentic.
Markle and Prince Harry may no longer be working royals, but their recent trip to Nigeria looked very much like a royal tour of their own.
Prince William will strip Prince Harry and Meghan Markle of their HRH titles when he becomes king.
There are growing calls to strip Harry and Meghan of their royal titles. The New York Post is reporting that locals in the UK say enough is enough, especially after Prince Harry's disastrous BBC interview, which aired
for hours since the release of Harry and Meghan's bombshell Netflix documentary, and the papers have been reacting overnight. Oh boy, have they been reacting. The pair are dominating the front pages. One Conservative MP said that he is planning to bring forward legislation in an attempt to strip the Duke and Duchess of Sussex.
Didn't start with a bang. It started with a whisper in Westminster. Not gossip, not some social media stunt. This was serious. Something big was brewing. And then it hit. A real motion inside the House of Lords, the oldest powerhouse of politics. Not about drama, but legacy.
Using her HRH title, despite agreeing to drop the title when the Sussexes left royal duties. How is Will planning to deal with this?
This wasn't public outrage anymore. This was payback from the inside. Meghan Markle, still Duchess of Sussex by title, could soon be the Duchess of Nothing, because the British establishment isn't just watching, it's moving against her. No scandal sparked this. No tabloid scoop. Just silence, and a whisper that spread through the halls of Westminster like fire.
Has been very brazen recently with the use of the HRH. Now, royal fans will know in 2020, during the negotiations for Harry and Meghan to leave royal duties, it was agreed with Queen Elizabeth that they will not use the HRH title. That is a long-standing precedent, and there's good reason for it. Basically, the HRH is only given to...
That whisper. It's now a thunderclap. For the first time since Megxit, Britain's aristocracy has officially declared war on Meghan Markle. The House of Lords just tabled a real petition, not symbolic, not for show, to strip her of the Duchess of Sussex title for good. What people once called a fantasy is now on the floor of Parliament. The petition's been received, debated, and it's shaking the foundation of everything Meghan thought she could hold on to.
The fact that she's continued to use this HRH when they've been instructed not to, I think is absolutely infuriating in Buckingham Palace. And there was a very interesting source inside close to the Prince of Wales who spoke to the Daily Beast.
Oh, I wasn't expecting that one. This is why it's so nice to not have makeup on.
Also is pretending that she's crying. Like, we zoomed in just to see there isn't a tear.
And Markle is crying on podcasts, signing gifts with a royal title she doesn't even own anymore. And one by one, the people who work for her, they keep quitting. But behind all the headlines and fake tears are lawsuits, public backlash, and whispers of a shady hidden past. Let's be real. Her true title might as well be the Duchess of Drama.
Sight. Look at this. Where's the
What hard work looks like. I like working hard.
Well, according to their tax documents, they work 1 hour a week.
And Meghan's just accepting all these compliments. I know I'm great, aren't I?
Sucks.
Are you joking?
It's bad. It's terrible.
You suck. You suck.
Just talking nonsense. It's stupid.
I've never seen someone that struggles to just give us like one strip of authentic.
And here's the wild part. People online say Gayle King, yes, the talk show host, is more of a real astronaut than Meghan Markle is authentic. Let that sink in.
This has been Meghan Markle's MO from the beginning. She wants all of the privileges that go along with an identity, but she doesn't want any of the responsibility. She doesn't want to do any of the work. She wants the tiara. She doesn't want the public service.
Meghan sat down with Jamie Kern-Lima, a self-made billionaire and motivational figure, for a podcast that promised emotional honesty. But what viewers got? Something completely different. The host was beyond cringy. And honestly, she came off even faker than Meghan pretending to cook on her Netflix show. Just watch the clip. Meghan's using her famous friends like props, hyping herself up on her own podcast just to boost her ego.
Eyes are sparkling right now. Meghan, how are you today? Which, by the way, I just have to say, yes.
Enjoy them.
I forgot to have fun. You're right.
That 2-hour podcast that I just had to sit through with Jamie Keen-Lima, who is also very cut off from the rest of the world.
Meghan dabbed her eyes and acted like she was choking up while talking about the pressure she faces. But viewers noticed something strange. There were no actual tears, just the performance of crying. And social media? Oh, they didn't let it slide for a second. Critics instantly dug up an old clip where Meghan laughs about being able to cry on command, bragging that she can squeeze out a tear in seconds. That resurfaced video hit like a bomb, and suddenly her breakdown looked more like a Hollywood rehearsal than a real moment.
Jamie Kern-Lima show.
Her show is unlike any I've ever done.
A revelation. When you listen, it feels like a hug, but your brain and your spirit and your heart is like, wow.
When I look into Jamie's eyes, I feel like I am on some other cosmic level with her.
I could see the light around her. She's infused.
Clip resurfaced immediately. And suddenly, her podcast tears looked more like acting than emotion.
House Toronto, which is basically TIG headquarters for me. I write my stories here, I take my meetings here, and it's kind of amazing because all over the world, if I'm traveling, Soho House can still be home base.
Now make yourself cry. Oh, I do that so well. Oh my God, it's crazy. You're like, Meghan, 1 tear, left eye, go. Give me 3.
Just when the noise started to die down, body language expert Scott Rouse jumped in, and what he said only made things worse, pointed out Meghan's constant blinking, the weird facial expressions, and gestures that didn't match her words. These nonverbal leaks, he explained, often show discomfort or even deception. And the moment Meghan talked about her emotional pain, her voice cracked, but her face stayed oddly calm. No tension, no struggle. That mismatch left people asking the obvious. Was this real heartbreak or just another Oscar-worthy performance?
When you were saying, do you want to just do cozies and no makeup? I like the idea of okay, great, let's let them see us.
Nobody talks like that and nobody acts like that because that's weird behavior that we're seeing from both of these people if we're supposed to be thinking under the impression that they're being all.
She claims she writes emails to her kids every single night so they can read them when they grow up. Sounds sweet in theory, but let's be honest. No kid wants to read thousands of bedtime emails from their mom. They're not that bored.
We'll be married forever.
Yes.
I have a letter.
He's also a fox. If you haven't noticed, my husband's very, very handsome. But his heart is even more beautiful.
Something's up here. See that little shoulder shrug when she said yes?
Yes, yes.
Did you hear how high her voice was when she said yes?
Yes.
When we're stressed, our larynx closes up a little bit and our voice tone gets a little bit higher. That's why the pitch of the S.
Podcast, they showed a photo of a gift basket Meghan had given. Sweet, right? But then came the twist. Attached was a handwritten card, signed Her Royal Highness. One problem, she's not allowed to use that title anymore. Not in public, not in private, not at all. Oh, why is she still clinging to it like it's her personal brand?